Discover, okay. So Discover Lancaster. So just the so Ed is the CEO and is a big advocate for accessibility and is looking for new products. And then we have Allison Brooks, who is from Visit Mesa, and Allison is leading the accessibility and advocacy and destination experience for Mesa, and they are arguably the most accessible city in the country. So, and then we have Ron Pettit, who is the head of accessibility for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and their 27 different brands, 30, what? 40, okay, so just these, so anyway, so we're starting with that, and then I wanted to introduce our MC today. Our guest MC is Laszlo Horvath, who's the founder of Active Media, and Laszlo puts together the Pitch Fest at the Computer Electronics Show in Las Vegas every year for new products, so he knows this space really well, and we're honored to have him. So, Laszlo, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Jake, thank you so much for the introduction. This is the small group and the smartest one. Why? Because we are so selected. A huge percentage of people, close to 100%, are going to go through challenges that we are going to look at. And this is not a typical startup pitch fest. These are not just ideas on a napkin. These are companies that are ready to make the world a better place for those who are facing these challenges and those of us who will face those challenges. So that's why this is the smart group, because we understand 100% of the market. My name is Laszlo Horvath. I do essentially a very simple thing, connecting people, technology, and funding. And I do that via digital marketing, Active Media. That's how we met with Jake. When Jake says, Laszlo, come, I jump. So I left behind the tour of this beautiful part of the world and come here to contribute to this wonderful event. The second thing I do is I serve on different advisory boards of angel groups in Silicon Valley. And then the third one is I advise the US federal government, the Department of Commerce, on international trade issues. So my absolute favorite things are startups that are actually ready to go. Some people might call them scale-ups, and they happen to be the majority of this incredibly selected group of companies. And if they have an international flavor, ready to go big, ready to go international, starting in the US or starting in other parts of the world, then I am in nirvana. So without further ado, let's switch to Zoom, and the first presenter is Bird. The judges are going to ask a couple of questions, and I might even ask a couple of questions when I have a favorite on the horizon. And then we will also have in-person presentations. So the Zoom start first. Bird, please.
Great, thank you so much, and hello, everyone. My name is Tandi Nyambose, and I'm here, of course, on behalf of Bird. I'm going to share my screen if that's all right, but please let me know if you cannot see this. All right, is my screen visible? Can you all see my screen?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. All right, so as some of you may know, Bird is a micromobility company that partners with cities across the country and the world to develop programs that maximize the positive impact of micromobility. And founded back in September of 2017, Bird began by distributing electric scooters designed for shared use. So now in 2022, the Accessibility Mobility Program empowers people with disabilities to enjoy micromobility by making electric wheelchairs easily available and affordable. So partnering with Scootaround for a pilot in New York City, our electric wheelchairs are available for $5 a day, which is about a tenth of the standard cost, directly through the Bird app. And many people who may not need wheelchairs full time are thus better able to enjoy certain activities, such as visiting and moving about a city, by using an adaptive device, such as the one pictured on this slide. And of course, for those who depend on wheelchairs more regularly, transporting their own equipment when they travel can be quite cumbersome and expensive. Bird has a widely adopted mobile app, as well as an expansive user base and excellent logistics capabilities. And Scootaround has high quality electric wheelchairs, which are pictured on the right, with inventory in many urban centers. So by marrying the capabilities and resources of both operators, Bird was able to execute an efficient and user-friendly initiative that we are hoping to continue to scale. And there's a list here of just a few of the cities that we've been launching in since New York. Just a bit about the back end. This is what it looks like in the app on the left. Our Bird engineers built out the capability within the Bird app for users to select an electric wheelchair, and Scootaround has committed staff to this initiative. So a representative reaches out directly to the user to ensure a smooth delivery. Scootaround or a local delivery affiliate then delivers the electric wheelchair to the user's home or requested location, and then picks up the device at the agreed upon time. And just to finish, we really value the feedback of the people who have used this pilot program. So I'll end with this quote, which is from a repeat customer based out of the Bronx. He says, "For my spring break, I recently requested 2 Bird scooters to treat both my mother and my uncle to a full circumstance trip around the New York Botanical Garden. Something that we were once able to do together without issue, but something that would be impossible and or unbearable these days. I was glad that even if just for a short time, I was able to grant them the ability to be unrestricted and without pain." And there's an image of his mother on the right. So I will end there. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. Before the judges ask their questions, what is the range of the scooter, please?
In terms of how long you can ride it,
Yes, that's correct.
I believe it's multiple hours. I think so. As I showed here, there are 3 different models that Scootaround offers. And I think they vary a bit in range.
Okay, thank you. So yours, judges. Oh, here you are. Here we go.
Hi, Tanya. This is a great program. So I'm a New Yorker, and I was actually a little bit familiar. I've seen some of the early Bird prototypes in action, and I know from firsthand experience, I'm a manual chair user, how difficult New York can be to get around. So thanks to you and Bird for doing this. My question would be about transportation, like transit. So have you worked with users of this to ride, say, the subway like we do in New York? And what's been your experience there?
That's a really important question, and one that hits close to home for me. I am actually an urban planner by training. Within this pilot, it's been mostly short-term rentals. I think a lot of people are using it to accommodate visitors, doing sort of adventures like the Botanical Garden. And we haven't received much feedback about the idea of connecting to transit, but that's something that's really at the core of Bird's values. And when we launch pilots in any city, the goal is to sort of expand the reach of public transit. So I think that's really valuable. And I think moving forward, I'd like to add that to whatever feedback we're receiving from our rentees, if they've had issues or any feedback surrounding connecting to transit, because I know New York, especially, is working on that and is ahead in some regards, but not every, for example, metro station is wheelchair accessible at all.
Thank you.
Of course.
Great presentation. This is Ed Harris from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And unlike New York, we have many small towns. And I'm just curious, can you talk a little bit about the criteria you use as you expand your markets? Because I know there are people in my destination who would love this, but I know you have to walk before you run. And I'm just curious, what are some of the things that you're looking for in a destination as you expand?
Absolutely. I think really what's important to us is that the city, one, expresses a demand for that. So, for example, in New York, we've been lucky enough to collaborate with the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, and they have been vocal from the start. But of course, it does have to be a market that Bird is already serving with a shared scooter or bike pilot to begin with, and then that's sort of another layer that we're implementing.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for the terrific product and the terrific presentation. And thank you for the great questions. Next one, talking menu. It's one of those startups slash scale-ups that really reflect on everyone needs it, including those people who get into those dark restaurants and can't read the menu without their reading glasses. Ready to go?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Good. Hi, my name is Chris Lona with CL Design. I specialize in digital inclusion for the 21st century, and one of my products is talking menus. First, a little background about me. I was a senior in a 5-year architecture degree program. I won't say how many years ago, but let's just say it was quite a few. And I started having double vision. Turned out I had a brain tumor, which was irradiated. To get rid of the cancer, and the radiation caused an autoimmune condition called myasthenia gravis. So here I am ready to go out on a career path, which was disrupted. So I took 5 years of design training and turned lemons into lemonade and started designing logos and brands, and then moved into the web and started designing interactivity with motion and sound using Flash. Someone said one day, this would be great for accessibility. And so one of the offshoots of that is the talking menus. And I'll share a couple samples with you. This is a prototype for Bungalow 44. And you can see here it has the audio.
My name is Leslie, General Manager here at Bungalow 44.
So that's in line with what's on the menu. And here's the actual menu item.
Hamachi, $18. Avocado, crispy rice cake, ponzu, Fresno chilies.
And so you immediately get the idea. And pull this up so you have access to this if you want it. And so the way this is supposed to work is there's a QR code on the printed menu, which is scanned with a cell phone, which brings up the talking version of the menu on their phone. And here's a video of how that works.
My name is Leslie, General Manager.
Hamachi, $18. Avocado, crispy rice cake, ponzu, Fresno chilies. Seared ahi tuna, $17. Sesame, furikake, caramelized ginger sauce.
And so now you can see how talking menus are supposed to work. Any questions?
Perfect, excellent. Thank you so much. It was explained really well. Judges, any questions? My only question is, how long does it take to convert a menu? into a talking menu?
A couple days to a week, depending on the length of the menu. The Cheesecake Factory, for example, has this huge menu that might take a little longer. But generally, a couple days to a week, depending on the length of the menu.
Thank you.
One question I had was, is there an opportunity here to have the words translated and spoken in different languages?
Yes, would you like to see a sample of one in Spanish?
Sure.
Bienvenido a este menú de cena parlante para contento. Gracias por entrar.
And then down here,
Botanas. Parnise con chucuta, $9. Huevos diablos con ají amarillo, $9. Galletas de quinoa.
so does that help?
Hi, this is Allison with Visit Mesa. Can you share a little bit briefly about your business model?
Sure. My business model is to remove the need for assistive technology for people with disabilities when they use digital and the web presentations. For example, in my core work with designing digital web and websites, I integrate professional narration in each one. What this means is the removal of the need for screen reader assistive technology. And so the goal is to take accessibility up a few steps, which I believe leads to inclusion. And so I practice that sort of mindset and doctrine throughout everything that we do as much as possible. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, Chris. This is Ron Pettit from Royal Caribbean Group.
Hi, Ron.
This is a great concept, and my question to you, have you signed up restaurants with this concept, and what's the success rate been look like?
It's prototypes for now. We're working with Contento in New York, who's very enthusiastic about this. And, given our schedules, has been a little tough to hook up and sync up, but we keep touching base, and there's a lot of excitement around it. And there's lots of potential for expansion. For example, the audio files could be mini videos which show an image of the item on the menu. And so we're already sort of brainstorming about where this can go.
And Chris, I do have a follow-up question. So one of
Sure.
the things that we like to look at is part of your business model, is there pricing for this application? Is it complimentary? Who bears the cost of the application?
The organization who engages us to create them. The
So
restaurant
how much is a menu?
That one you just saw was about $500.
$500, and you do it in 1 week for an average menu.
That a couple days to a week, depending on the length of the menu.
Excellent. And if there are changes in the menu because of seasonality, is this included?
Changes are the same. It's the same amount of work to do changes as it is an original.
Okay. Judges? Jake?
So do you have a model, a business model where you charge by the item or by the word, so that if somebody is actually creating, updating 2 items on the menu, they would pay so much, or is it just I'm just wondering about the pricing structure.
Yes, it can be arranged that way, certainly, and that's a good measure to go by. I don't have the figures for that at this point, but I can send out the link to the samples I gave, and you can feel free to look at them and assess them. within within those parameters.
Because some restaurants might want to convert it and then have the changes included if they need those changes.
Right, and certainly small changes are often done as a courtesy in some of my other work, so that's a potential possibility as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Any other questions? No. Great job. Next one, Black Restaurant Week.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Y'all doing fantastic. My name is Warren Luckett. I'm the founder and managing partner of Black Restaurant Week. We were established in 2016, right around the time Mike Brown passed, as well as Alton Sterling. And our goal was to create a platform that celebrates the Black culinary community throughout the country. And so for 10 days, diners have the opportunity to patronize at Caribbean, African and African-American restaurants in their cities. And we have been able to grow this model to cover the whole continental United States, as well as parts of Canada. We have over 1,500 participating restaurants in our campaigns every year, and our campaign normally kicks off in February, and it runs through November. In addition to the restaurant weeks, we also have catering competitions, food truck festivals, as well as significant business opportunities like grants for these small business operators to have an opportunity to grow their business in a business development manner. In 2019, we were also able to form Latin Restaurant Week, our sister organization, and that highlights Latin-owned restaurants in Atlanta, Houston, Miami, as well as Chicago. It's absolutely free for our restaurants to participate. Our revenue model works because thanks to the support of corporate partners, as well as our ad revenue. We do over 10 million views a month on our website in terms of overall impressions. And that's what drives our ad revenue and traffic to our site. But again, this is a free model, a free platform for all the 1,500 participating businesses. But there is a premium option if they are looking to get a little bit more attention on our website. Our website really is our hub. It is the main center of our business operation, as it acts as a directory throughout the year. So even when Black Restaurant Week ends after the 10 days, diners have an opportunity to utilize our website very much like a directory, where they can sort by dietary restrictions, by zip code, to find wonderful options that are in their community. And this fall, we're also going to be launching our online marketplace. So think of it almost like a digital grocery store. We have over 200 producers that have already submitted applications to list their products on our website. And that is the gist.
Well, thank you so much. Great idea. It's almost too good to be true as I'm listening to it. So there's a destination, if you'd like to explain the mechanics, how it works. A destination contacts you, and what happens? What are the next steps? Because it sounds like a free service when everyone gets something.
Yes, absolutely. And so how it works, we've worked with everyone from Houston First, Visit Philadelphia, the New Orleans Tourism Bureau as well. And oftentimes these different municipalities will reach out to us wanting to showcase the diversity of their culinary cuisine in their community. So whether it's us creating video content for them, or whether it's us just highlighting them in their city during the campaigns, we work directly with these cities and organizations to really help their KPIs. Right, we have some partners that want to participate nationwide and participate in all 16 national campaigns, but then we get a lot more localized where folks will want to just participate in their specific market, like in New York or Los Angeles.
Thank you so much. Judges.
Love this idea. So how do you reach out to the restaurants to participate?
Great question. So we have an onboarding team that's rolling through our existing database, as well as reaching out to new prospective restaurants as well. And so we have a team of about 5 individuals that literally just sit there, they cold call, they send direct messages, through social media. They send emails as well, but just good old fashioned sales. And you know, who doesn't want to do something that's free? You know, our big push to these restaurants is, hey, you know, we understand how hard you all work. You guys are the heart of a lot of these communities, but y'all don't have the capacity to have a publicist or to really have a large marketing budget. And so that's where we really pick up the slack for them. So our publicist is getting them news opportunities during the week, or we're getting print opportunities during the campaigns as well. But our primary focus is to drive revenue and drive awareness to all these businesses.
You kind of touched on it with your publicist, but what are some of the other ways that you're getting the word out about the restaurant weeks in your various cities? Are you partnering with the local tourism destinations?
Yeah, you're spot on. So depending on the market, we'll partner with anyone from the different visitors bureaus for the respective cities. We'll partner with the different business chambers, the local business chambers that are in the communities as well. And our big pivot now, we've been getting a lot of requests from our corporate partners that are looking to increase their D&I spends. And so a lot of companies now have these mandates where they may have to increase spending 20% with their minority vendors. And so we're just almost like a cheat code for them. They can call us, particularly when it comes to catering needs or for diversity and inclusion, and we just provide a la carte services for them.
So this is Ron from Royal Caribbean Group. So this is a really great concept, and really it's tackling diversity. But here we are at a travelability conference about emerging markets. So we want to tie this back to the disability market. So how is this concept addressing the disability market? And, you know, for example, I would include food allergies, because at Royal Caribbean Group, the second largest request we get from our guests is food allergies, gluten-free and all those things. Is there intersectionality with your concept with the disability community?
Yeah, great question. So unfortunately, my share screen isn't working. I would love to show you all the website. But I am going to type it in, www.blackrestaurantweeks.com. I encourage all of you all just to give it a go. You know, just to put in your zip code to see what comes up. But to answer your question directly, sir, we are on our website because it does have that directory functionality. You can sort based on your dietary restrictions. If you're vegan, if you are looking for these gluten-free options, we do when we onboard all the restaurants, we ask them, are they wheelchair accessible? And so you can filter through our website to see which participating restaurants do have that accessibility for disabled diners and patrons.
Warren, I am salivating in joy because oftentimes when I see presentations, the call for action is missing. And what is the URL again? So we all can go on the website and check it out for you? Because
yes,
that was an ask. This is what I want
please,
you to
if
do.
you do nothing else after this, please just go to blackrestaurantweeks.com. Click on the
blackrestaurantweeks.com.
Yes, sir. And I just dropped it in the chat as well.
The other thing that I like is the hybrid approach. You have the digital part, you have seasonality, you have other groups, and now thanks to Ron, you are going to have all kinds of very careful and thoughtful refinements to your approach. So I love it. There was one more question there.
And one last thing I would like to add is that the way that we market, I think, is very, very unique. When you think about restaurants as just this amazing platform where people go and they meet, oftentimes when you've ordered or you're waiting to order, you're just sitting at a table on your phone. And so what we do is we place custom table tents in all the participating restaurants. And this gives all of our partners the real estate to create whatever type of communication, whether it's a QRC code, whatever that call to action is, while these diners are just sitting there waiting to order. They scan the table tents, and that redirects them to whatever partner would like for the patrons to visit and see. So it's an amazing advertising opportunity as much as it is a celebration of an underserved community.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. The concept is, one more question. Yeah, Sasha, go ahead.
One more, if I could sneak it in.
Sure.
Sasha from Google Maps here. I'd love this for a corporate D&I week type of thing, and would it be possible for you to bring the food trucks or have markets set up outside of a corporate office? Have you done things like that?
Absolutely. We do that all the time. So I would love to connect with you offline about that opportunity. And I'm so glad to hear Google Maps, because that is one of our integrated features on our on our website. So we're a big fan of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really interesting, Warren, to see an illustration of the very complex business concept, OBS. Who can help me out here in this highly sophisticated group? What is OBS? Always, well, ABS, sorry, my English gets in the way. So ABS, always be selling, that's right. So there are smart people here. Thank you so much. Next one is Access Now.
Hi there. Just wanted to confirm, Jake, am I sharing my screen to show the video, or will you be doing that on your end?
Oh, yeah, you can share your screen, please. Yes.
Okay, give me one moment and I will pull it up. I am representing on behalf of Access Now's founder and CEO, Maayan Ziv, and sadly, because she couldn't participate today, she has pre-recorded a video. I'm hopeful that everyone can see the video up on the screen.
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to press play. Please let me know if there's any sound issues.
Thank you. It's on mute.
The video is on mute?
Yeah, we can't hear the sound.
Okay. I am not the tech-savvy individual, so give me one moment and let me see if I can figure out